Hi everyone, welcome back to JPWHUTV. My name is John, your host as always. The subject of today's video, which is the third out of today, the discussion of West Ham versus Birmingham City in the FA Cup at 12:30 kickoff on Saturday. Let's jump straight to the opposition. From what I'm looking at, it's looking very good from Birmingham's point of view. They are currently 8th in the table and they've only lost one so far in December. So they're on a very good run from that side of things. Obviously, they want to try and get higher because they want to get back to the Premier League. They haven't, which they haven't been in for a good few years now. Since basically the Championship, when I think we both got relegated at the same time. I think. But it was hard. It was hard work, especially with that League Cup run that we did, where we were 2-1 up under Avon Grant, and then we lost it 3-1 up at their place at St Andrews, I think it's called. I was there for both games. And yeah, we just screwed it up. Let's be honest. In the League Cup game of 2011, we screwed it up. We screwed half that season. To be honest, we had some fantastic players. And we had Demba Ba, we had Urbina, we had the Spanish geezer. I can't remember his name. Very, very good player who went on to play for Watford for a little bit. Barami as well, who also went on to play for Watford for a little bit. But it was just it's very, very difficult to talk about this in terms of the usual format I've been trying to do this season, because the head-to-head's irrelevant, because we haven't had a cup run with them, with the exception of 2011, since '99. So it makes it very difficult from that side of things. Obviously, they are looking to try and continue on their good form they had from December with this FA Cup game. I think they play tonight as well, I think. So it's going to be an interesting, spicy one, because a lot of people have deemed this to be the Gold and Sullivan derby. There's apparently, according to the West Ham, they are close to selling out the fixture for tonight. So there's at least 50-odd thousand people going to be there. Very, very interesting that that's the case. Last night's game against Brighton at home, the preview video of the 2-2 draw is now available. So click on the card here to watch it. That statistic, apparently we were 59,870 supporters last night. Did we bollocks? But yeah, apparently we're going to be for the FA Cup game. We're going to be up there with a high number of supporters. So that would make an interesting atmosphere. I'm hoping the atmosphere is going to be a lot better than the dead atmosphere it was yesterday. So let's turn excuse me. So let's turn over to the FA Cup game itself now, which is the whole point of this video. More specifically, let's talk about the team sheet. Now, I want us to have a very, very good run in the FA Cup. Really, really want us to have a good run. With the exception of 2006, when we got to the final, we haven't had a decent FA Cup run for a long, long time. You could argue since the day I was born and when we beat Arsenal in the FA Cup final. Yeah, I want us to have a good FA Cup run. I love the FA Cup. It's a brilliant cup. It's always been something very, very special to me ever since I was a kid. There's just something about the FA Cup final. League Cup, not so much, but the FA Cup final, that is just there's such a buzz about the day. It really is. Whether you're there, whether you're not, whether you're with your friends watching it at the telly, down the pub, or you're watching, it's the FA Cup final is just a buzz. But as I say, it was just, for me, I would like to see Fabianski in goal, but I've got a feeling we're going to have Adrian. As good as Adrian is he going to be good enough to be against the Championship team that I really, really want this? I'm going to really want to continue on the December run that they've been on so far. I'd like to see a back three, but I can't think of 3 defenders we can put out there, to be completely honest with you. With the exception of playing Reece Oxford, I can't really see it. All right. So for argument's sake, okay. So we have a back three of Reece Oxford, Issa Diop, and Ogbonna. Balbuena is a week or so away from returning to training. It's about a week to 10 days from what I've been reading. So a little bit too early for this geezer. It's a shame, because I'd love to see him back as quickly as possible, as everybody else would. But yeah, so let's have a look. So let's say for argument's sake, it's probably going to be a 4-4-2 or 4-4-1-1 or 4-3-3. But this is my hypothetical team sheet. So we'll have I think we'll have Adrian in goal with the back three of Diop, Ogbonna, and Oxford. Wing backs of Masuaku and Antonio. Antonio being left out of yesterday's starting 11, I felt very bad for him. He played well, so I'd have him as a wing back with Masuaku. Those two, I reckon, could play very well together. Creswell was more of a back four rather than a wing back, but he likes to charge up the. But Masuaku's just got that little edge on top of that. Midfield of Rice, Noble, and Obiang, with Diangana and Anderson, with an Outovich up front. That's the side that I would personally put out. I think Pellegrini's going to probably put a bit more of a conservative side out there, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Ogbonna, I love the geezer. I think he's a very, very good defender, but he's just not up to scratch anymore. And not saying he's at fault for any of those goals. I've talked about who was at fault for those goals yesterday. Basically everybody in a nutshell. But as I say, that's the sort of side that I'd like to put out. That's the sort of hard-edged FA Cup team I reckon we could put out and get a decent run out. The only reason why I'm saying an Outovich is I still don't think he's match fit. I really, really don't deem him as match fit. But I'm not putting Carroll out. I'm not putting Perez out. We can't put Hernandez because he's not fit yet. And that's about it. Actually, that's all. Those are pretty much the options. Okay, you could argue we could put Zonde Silva out there. We could play. He could be in a 4-4-2 on Saturday. We just don't know. But it'd be interesting to see what happens. So apologies if you can hear some stuff going on. My neighbour's working on his garden. But yeah, as I say, it's interesting to see where we're going to be with it. But guys, as always, please put your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what side you'd put out and what formation you'd do as well, for that matter. So thank you very much for your time. If you're new around here and you like what I'm doing, please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you get first dibs on all of the videos. Please also share the video with anybody that you feel may want to watch it, and please like the video if you feel I deserve it, because it'd be great to get some more likes and just screw up the YouTube algorithm. So in the meantime, guys, thank you very much for your time, and I will see you on Saturday afternoon / evening for the post-match reaction. You take care now. Enjoy the rest of your week.